It's the mighty good word party folk. It's your mile high priest. I'm up here, up about a mile high on the moon's day. It's Monday, May 6th. What's good, party folk? We are fast approaching the new moon in Taurus point. Currently, the moon just began its transit through Taurus. It is still in its balsamic phase before the darkest point of the new moon. We're here for it. I think we should just kind of jump into it. The last week, maybe even the last 2 weeks, there have been so many interferences on so many levels. So I just want to follow that up by saying, collective, it's maybe a good idea to amp up a grounding and also protection. Whatever it is that you are called to, smudging, things like that, right? I honor you and I honor our energetic exchange. I thought we'd look into this, take a pre-look into the new moon messages. The new moon does fall in about 24 hours from this video, about 18 degrees of Taurus, and the sun will also be conjunct at 18 degrees of Taurus. Starts the new 28-day cycle, and then it spans until the first quarter moon in February of 2025, when the sun is in Aquarius and the moon is in Taurus, and then full moon culminates November of 2025, when the sun is in Scorpio, opposing the moon in Taurus, the full moon. And then the last quarter moon in Taurus in October of 2026, when the sun is in Leo. We'll be riding out this huge manifestation wave. My short, hopefully short and sweet message is, this is the question I'm posing, right? Are you continually seeking your plans in new worlds? So seemingly unsatisfied. Are you unwilling or not recognizing that you can shift and you can evolve? And if you're unable to recognize that currently, is it that you are feeling unsatisfied and continually seek your place in new worlds, meaning in new relationships? Are you scurrying off to build new relationship upon new relationship, or are you tending to what is currently in shift and evolution, which is you? What's good, collective? Otherwise, this cycle involves patience, evolution. There's a lot of potentiality growing in general, so much potential energy growing. Will you, again, hold it together, shift, evolve, or are you about to shift and move? Shift and evolve, or shift, evolve, and move? So there may be a lot of migrations in the collective or the larger collectives. All right, with that, I'd just like to clear the air and then get into the reading. I do have this fork that I attempt to sound softly. So I'm getting the message from the full moon in Scorpio that a lot of folks have been given access, or at least alerted to, where you can access and download more psychic power, intuitive power, leveling up. Magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings, queens, royals. This is your stellar court with I am your mercurial effervescent cosmic informant ninja warrior, Akashic librarian, funny looking jester with your multidimensional expansion, spiritual exaltation, and human evolution through spaces and times, all of them. Collective, what's good? I'm so grateful for our energetic exchange. Thank you so much for being here. I honor you, your path, your decisions. If any of the messages along the way resonate with you, please feel free to hit the like button, or if you just want to support the channel's growth, subscribe and hit the thumbs up, please. Talk to me about your new moon ritual, or what's been going on post the eclipse portal, right? We're still feeling a lot of that energy. A lot of patience is involved, or needed, required by a lot, by many collectives. I have here Moonology and the Herbal Astrology Oracle, the well-known alchemy, or I'm sorry, well-known Archetypes Oracle, and then my Values Oracle, alongside a few tarot decks. Thank you so much, Goddess Isis. We're just going to pull a general, a Herbal Astrology Oracle card for a general overview. As we get ready for the new moon, point. Goddess Isis, Sun, God, Mercury, Archangels, Angels, Spirit, Highest Light. Wow, 44. Oh yeah, the number, master number 44, and the archangelic numbers 444. Okay, very meaningful as far as seeking stabilization internally, moving through it, and then so some of you may feel a need to surrender. Others of you may feel more agitated, so that the need to stay patient, more so grounded, and move through it. So either way, move through it, continue to move through it. Valerian, card number 44, acceptance. A Neptunian card. At the bottom of the deck, we have Zircon Sacha, transfiguration. Okay, this is like the tower moment. A lot of enlightenment, and again, a need to protect, a need to cleanse. Whether you perform rites, rituals, or you smudge and clean every day, cleanse, smoke cleanse, air cleanse, sound cleanse, all the things. Nettle is really good for protection as well. I am also getting the Lovers, so like a choice between what may feel like what's best for you versus what where there's no where there's no help, where there's no more to give, where there's no helping, right? What was the other one? 9, the Hermit. Again, so like going within, right? Acceptance, very much. So number 9 is this Hanged Man. I apologize, but I was also getting the Hermit. I think for some of you, the patience and cleansing rites and rituals on the daily, or at least amplify and like increase the amount at the moment through the new moon week. And then also on the other hand, are you with the Hanged Man, is it that you may require a patient or a recognizing that there is patience required in your evolution, instead of you attempting to sort of run and grab what you can? Are you still operating in that old mindset of, so you've decided that you want to incorporate newer friendships that are more stable, or come into newer situations in a clearer, more grounded sense, but still acting in accordance with past behaviors. And with transfiguration too, maybe not able to recognize, because first of having that self-reevaluation or self awareness, and then coming into a stalemate, right? And not actually coming up with the options. So stick to the old, stick to running away, stick to attempting to attain and culminate, or other option to wait, to patiently move through and evolve. And it may seem that you are in a waiting or holding period, but this is a perspective shift that involves patience and then recognition of transfiguration, evolution. Oh, I think I wanted to pull the Moonology first. And the Hermit too still stands with the message of, are you far removed, too cold? Are you hiding out? Are you gonna come down? Are you going to join the party? Archangels, angels, spirit guides of the highest light, Goddess Isis, Sun God Ra, Mercury, spirit guides of the highest light, ancestors, hopeful ancestors, wise ancestors, sage ancestors. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So what felt like you've been in that holding period, now after this week you'll come into action. Okay. Also, when this card comes up, it could mean significantly for some that a new masculine energetic figure, perhaps a leader, a new supervisor, new manager, a new team of superior or like executive team, or you are promoted, or you receive recognition in a job, so promotion, or you receive a notice of a new job, or you get the green light. So then there may be a little bit of a rush to make plans to get it together. Like where you've been waiting, maybe was where, that's why if you feel there's a waiting period, like a lock period, or a suspension, like, can they pick up the pace? It will. So it's best to ready yourself, right? And cleanse. Maybe it's just time to look at a lot of different patterns, daily habits that impede the type of productivity you want, right? That fits you. Autonomy. We've been declaring that it is a lot about ownership and autonomy. So knowing your systems and knowing when to step out of systems, knowing when to get help with running and operating systems, or just like admit that sometimes you have to put in extra, sometimes you have to take rest, sometimes it's really smooth running, right? Archangels, angels, spirits of the highest light, helpful ancestors, wise ancestors. So what's bubbling up, right? The new moon. Adjustments are required. We just went through that, right? Third quarter moon. But let's see how come out. We have two cards that came out. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So there could be a fear of missing out, a fear of, if you want to ground and not up and go, like in this spontaneous, like giving into false notion of spontaneity, where it is more like, are you attempting to seek solutions elsewhere where the solution lies in grounding and self kind of examination? The same message that we went through earlier. We have waxing moon, the energy is gaining momentum. We did talk about all the potentiality. So confirmation that it may be better to do work on adjustments instead of believing or working in fear that your manifestation or your next, your goal, you will not reach it. You're like it's about to happen and you're about to get that call or the green light or like the surprise serendipitous meeting, but that you have actually sat with energetically, you grounded, you said, I'm going to work through this instead of fight myself and run away from the decision that I made. So again, you've laid out your decisions, but you've stuck to the old. So it's a stalemate. It's a Two of Swords. Surrender to the divine, right? Again, Two of Swords is that surrender that you know, and in divinity, you do know, and you also don't know. And that's why the fear is able to subside, because you know what you're going for and that you will attain it. What you don't know is that it's involved in that patience and more internal evaluation, because you evolve. That's the not knowing, is the constant shift. The knowing is the patience and sticking to it, right? Sticking to the choice you made, or honoring the true choice for you that you feel good about, that actually makes you feel good and not stay in fear. Or the message here too being not to make a decision based on fear. So don't stay stuck, knowing what works better for you. Go with that, right? Now I have the archetypes. Where are we at with time? It's so fascinating how I can talk so much. Archangels, Holy Spirits, highest light, ancestors, hopeful ancestors, the sword, the thread, the castle. Are you staying in false notions of old control and power? Are you blocking yourself out? Are you locking yourself in? Are you avoiding that light on what you can let go of and what you can adjust? Are you also shining the light on your culminated gifts, right? How far you've come, and surrender to how much you know now and how much you've experienced, and how you can take experience to earn discernment and to then enforce discernment, right? Where are you now connecting your the former you? Are you coming through to bridge the gap, the thread? So I have card number 80, the thread. So what? Strength, justice, and the Fool. Making your justified leap of faith, taking it on, seemingly as if you're a fool, but because you made it over the entire hill and the mountain, and you're on the other side of the range, and it looks like people only see that. They don't see that you went through all the work to get up over the range and across the mountain, and now they just see what appears to be a foolish jump. But you've honored this, okay? You know it's going to get you out of stagnation and out of the old that you want to get out of. And then the seed, okay? Wow, the mountain. We've been talking so much about the mountain, but the sword reappears over and over this week, right? How can we... That's the adjustments, right? It could mean adjustments is like cut things out, right? Continue to in unconditional love and not which you know, sometimes it's so like convoluted and involved that can you just walk away for a moment? I mean, I understand, because sometimes walking away is like, maybe after I send this message, like I can walk away. That may be what keeps you right in the fear, like reacting and then waiting for the other party to react. So the cycle blocks you from your seed, right? Blocks you from your true understanding in the mountain, right? That you came into this agitative moment to move through agitation, sit with patience, not above it all, not in any competitive manner. Okay, but for you to come back down and then enjoy your knowledge, your experience. This is not, it can be, but it isn't about like academic knowledge or your credentials or how much you earn. It's about, are you participating in society after coming down from everything that has transpired, right? Like you've maybe had to take that big moment away or step out, and it may be a long period now or a good amount of time that has gone by. Are you coming back online? Are you coming back? Tradition. Yeah, you know, there are some things that you've kind of toyed with, especially the idea of creating something and how much you can interplay between tradition and modernism, tradition and contemporary attitudes, right? Not staying stuck, not staying put away, right? Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like if you are like the message or if it resonates with you. Oh my goodness, I did add a lot more to this values deck. And they may not be values, but we can work with it, right? Okay, cool. So what I was going to do is put two stacks side by side. Thank you, goddesses. Angels, spirit, ancestors, okay. Cool. Wow. Awesome. Okay, cool. Worldwide. Well, some of you are seen on a large scale, or have large audiences, or work remotely with large teams, etc. Creating fortune, by supporting teams. Also tending to dreams, right? Like parsing through ideas and dreams. Passionate. Not all, right? Like maybe some you're working with, some you're, here we go. So I'm going to split the deck. So, yeah, like, okay, so some of you need to make that change for, or at least work through the fears and, take that position that will require you to be more on stage, or maybe I get things like, are you considering like speaker type practices, like practicing how to speak with large audiences, or maybe you're about to receive that message that your job is taking that turn to be more on stage, right? So get ready for that. Oh wow, okay. Cool. We have vision, and then, wow, we have monogamy. So earlier, commitment was trying to come out. This pulls me back to the message of honoring tradition versus, and almost a side-by-side comparison of what traditions you're honoring and maybe that you've forgotten that you're now incorporating or attempting to incorporate, or maybe you feel that you were pushed through time out of your traditional practices because things have become so watered and or saturated and watered out or down with new notions and ideas that the collective shifts this way, and you're sort of feeling left out. Like, do I really belong in that sort of mentality? You're breaking out of those notions, and Pluto is Pluto retrograde. Wow, Pluto retrograde. Honesty pops through. Pluto, Scorpio, work through your fears, right? We have the Three of Wands, fire, Leo, fire, Aries, Sun in Aries. I have a monogamy card, which I love. Gotta love the monogamy value. Okay, a Libra. Going for the good, going for good one-on-one. This is, again, it doesn't have anything to do with, or it could. You're maybe solidifying the relationship or honoring that you want to still be like go towards a relationship where you were like, I don't want that, and now you're kind of, I get a lot of like a shift. Like, I get a lot of disbelief too. Like, well, I was operating under this manner. There are phases, especially when we describe astrological phases. There are times when you explore a new personality style and then you stop, and your phase of exploration ends or begins, with whichever end you may be, or your phase may become a part of your lifestyle, or you enjoy those phases ever so often, years between, or you take time out, or you reassess, and maybe a lot of you are reassessing and really making 180-degree shifts. Like never going back again. What is that song? Never going back again. Goddess Isis, Sun, God, Mercury. Angel, Spirit is the highest light. Can we just have... Wow, yeah. This is spiritual ascension. It is very... I guess this is evolution. We love to talk about it. We love to hear it here, right? Goddess Isis and General. Wow. Okay, yeah, it's an evolution of mindsets based in emotional vibrations and emotions. Which ones are true to you? Which ones were from fated or destined events that have gone, that you've moved on from, that you've healed? I have here the Prince of Swords, Aquarius. I'm sorry, air, Gemini. Yes, sorry, I was like caught up in it. And then the Queen of Cups, Cancerian. So, wow, okay. Flexibility in your change of mindset, okay, and either releasing old habits based on emotional wounds, or recognizing emotional wounds that you've healed and already moved past it. Are you still operating based on reactionary attitudes and behaviors, or can you see now where you're out of ways where you're split between old and new, and now you're more reserved, but a more fun-loving and youthful state of being, right? I have the Aquarian archetype at the bottom, the Knight of Swords in the Thoth deck. Beautiful guardianship, okay? A archangel. We are part of Archangel Michael's army, okay? And then we have the Prince of Swords, a Gemini archetype, okay? So a lot of air qualities. We also have Libra and the monogamy, and then we have Cancer, also attributed to Pisces and Scorpio, but a Cancer archetype nonetheless, the Queen of Cups, pulling away from emotional baggage that isn't your trauma to deal with, and honoring where you gotta flow, you gotta go. All right, I'll be back with more messages anyway, collective. I just wanted to kind of get a brief, which I know it wasn't brief. We're like over 30 minutes now, but what's new, what's good? I honor you. I honor our energetic exchange. If you feel like leaving me a comment, please do so. I also have my Linktree and Calendly set up now, so you can follow the different links depending on if you want to set up a reading, or email me if you want to talk about details. It's been going well, and I'm doing in-store readings. I'm doing over the air readings, and I also have been getting a lot of sleep and eating a lot. Please leave me a comment. Please share if you so wish to, and also hit like and subscribe. Stick around. Thank you. I'll be back with actual sign readings. I'm kind of letting this weird swampy energy subside, and so the pool is clear and drained, and then we can refill as the new moon point expands into the new moon week. I am still attempting to come up with a good level and balance between my means and way of working, which may not blend very well with a Monday through Friday schedule. And so I'm maybe what I need to do is pick up the pace to pre-record sign readings and establish a schedule that way where I can just make sure that things are posted on a specific day, and I can do my magic whenever I am pulled and called, because that is my energy. That is one of the archetypes that I have embarked on as far as my life path, and I enjoy it. Now that I know more about myself, I enjoy it, because now I'm going with that flow, and I love it. I send you all the love, all the light. May you get a lot of rest and a lot of sustenance, and may you see and feel abundant and live in your true, unconditionally loving, abundant world, and your beautiful vision is coming to life. Are you patiently working to move through and continue to evolve, as agitating and frustrating as it may be? I honor you and your path, your decisions. Thank you all so much for everything, and we'll see how this new moon flavor goes. I'll be back with more messages. Thank you so much.